Hey, are you getting ready to put your house up for sale, but you're not really sure where to start? Well, I've got a list of 12 items here that can help you get that you can do this weekend to help you get your house ready to sell. So, let's go. The first item is number one. Get yourself a great real estate agent. Now, I know this seems pretty obvious that I'm going to say this because I am a real estate agent, but it really is important for you to get a good real estate agent because the real estate agent looks out for your best interests and answers any questions, fills out all the paperwork, does all the legwork, and really helps the process go smoothly. It relieves a lot of pressure for the seller and makes it a much more positive experience for everybody involved. So it's really important for you to get a great real estate agent. The second thing to consider is your curb appeal. Take a look at your yard. Walk past it as though you were going to buy a home. Really scrutinize it. Take a look. Do you have weeds? Do you have toys in the yard? Are there a few dry patches in the grass that look really bad? Has your dog or your cat dug up a few things? Well, those things are going to make a very first impression on the person buying your home. So you want to make sure that your curb appeal is good. Clean up any weeds, clean up the toys, put them away in the garage. Make sure that your yard is looking good from the offset, because if you can do that, that's a great first impression and people can start imagining themselves in your space. The next thing you want to do is declutter. This kind of is a little bit like the curb appeal. People want to be able to imagine themselves in your home, and to make it that way, they don't want a bunch of clutter all over. If you've got toys, if you've got books stacked everywhere, or papers on the counters, blankets all over the place, go ahead and just pick those up, because it's going to make it's going to be more appealing to the eye, and it's also going to just help the buyer to be able to imagine themselves in your space and to really start appreciating that for themselves. The next thing that you're going to want to do is depersonalize. Now, this is a really hard one, I know, because I myself even decorate my whole house with pictures of my family and personal items. But this is really important because, again, when a buyer comes through your home, they want to be able to envision themselves in it. You can easily depersonalize just by, run to Ross or to TJ Maxx, find a few pieces of art for inexpensive to replace any family photos you might have. If you've got like kids' drawings or art, things like that on your refrigerator, remove those for now. And anything that would really make it feel like a person can't envision themselves in your space, you're going to want to make sure that you depersonalize that and make it so that people can feel like this is going to be their home. The next thing you're going to want to do is repaint the walls in a neutral color. If you've got paint that's older than 3 years old, you're definitely gonna want to freshen up the walls and make everything feel fresh and new. This makes a buyer feel like your home has been well taken care of, and if it's neutral colors, it also helps a buyer to, again, visualize the space as theirs. If it's a really personalized color, maybe you've got turquoise walls, green ceilings, and you don't know, but that makes it harder for somebody to really visualize themselves. If you have a good neutral color in the space, that's going to help people feel comfortable, feel like it's fresh, especially if it's a good fresh new coat of paint. Paint is one of the best things you can do to have a great impact on your home, and it's pretty inexpensive and easy to do. You can do it in a weekend, and it's a good project that you can get done quickly. Along with that is getting any scuff marks that you may have. Now, a lot of that's going to be taken care of just by painting. But if you're seeing scuff marks on counter cupboards or on baseboards, doors, things like that, go ahead, get yourself a dry, or not a dry erase marker, that won't work. Get yourself a magic eraser, get those scuff marks off. It is literally like a 5-minute project, super easy to take care of, and it helps just, again, help the home make it look like it has been well taken care of and maintained, and people really appreciate that. The next thing you're going to want to do, this is kind of along the same lines, any loose handles that you may have, doorknobs, things like that, you're just going to want to give them a tighten up. Again, a 5-minute project. Get that screwdriver out, tighten up any handles, replace any if there's any broken ones, and get the doorknobs tightened up. So, because people, when they come to look at your home, they're going to open cupboards, they're going to open doors, and if there's things like loose knobs and door handles, people are going to notice that, and people are going to feel like it's maybe not as well maintained as it should have been. So you want to definitely just keep those tightened up and keep it good and maintained that way. And this is kind of one, the next one's kind of one that maybe you hadn't thought of before, but you're going to want to add a few plants if possible. Now, if you're like me and kill every house plant there is, it's okay if you add a few imitation plants. You can find a couple of good ones, put them in a basket so they don't look quite so cheapy, and you can just put those around. It just adds a hint of freshness to the home, and makes it feel a little bit more homey. And again, you want to make that home feel like a place that somebody feels at home in, because that's the whole goal, is to help a buyer to feel that for themselves. The next thing you're going to want to do is do a smell check. If you have a dog or a cat or a teenage boy, you are going to definitely want to do this. But always, you don't realize, you kind of get used to the way your house smells. So you're just going to want to really do a smell check. If you've got a cat, make sure the litter's cleaned up, especially when somebody's going to come and take a look at it. And also, if you've got a teenage boy, really go inside their room, take a smell around. Use a little spray to keep the air smelling better, or even a room deodorizer of some sort. You can also light some candles, maybe bake some cookies, something that makes it feel really warm and friendly inside. And it's a really great way to make sure that it's not an assault to a nose when somebody walks in. The next thing you're going to want to do, this is along the same lines, you're going to want to clean. You want a clean home. If you're walking into somebody's home and there's piles of clothes and messes all over, it's not as comfortable. So you definitely want to be able to clean up your home. If you need to, even hire somebody to get it cleaned professionally the first time, and then you can just maintain it as people are coming. This is really important. Again, it goes back to that maintaining and having the buyer feel comfortable in your home and feel themselves in your space, because they really are going to be able to feel more that way if the home is clean. The next thing you're going to want to do, and this is going to seem obvious, but there sometimes there is problems with this. You're going to want to hide your valuables. Put them away somewhere where they are not going to be out and about and being seen by people. This is really important. We just want to protect you as you're showing your home. So make sure you get those valuables hidden. If you've got a safe, use it. And if you don't have a safe, you have a family member close by that you trust, do that. We want to keep your things safe for you. And last of all, consider staging. This is something that is growing in popularity. It's a really important thing to do. Again, it helps buyers visualize the space as theirs. If you're gone and it's vacant, there's no furniture in the home, it's hard for people to visualize a lot of times how that space is going to work for them. And if you even have it just lightly staged with a table, a bed, and a couch, that's going to help people feel more like a home, and then be able to visualize it more for themselves. Even if you're living in the home still while it's being showed, you can talk to a stager, and we can get ideas for you on the best things that you can do to make your home feel more ready for buyers to come. They can suggest rugs, pictures, remove this lamp, move this couch, things like that. And if you can get your home staged in a way that it's comfortable and people can visualize themselves in your home, it's going to help you sell your home faster. So these are just a few items that you can do this weekend to get your home ready. I'd love to help you out with that. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a message or DM me, and let's get started on this. Oh, P.S. I also help buyers. So while you're getting your home sold and you're wanting to look for a new home for yourself, I can help you with that too. We got you covered.